Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel with me SANIATUL MASLUCHA from Extensive Reading G with attendance number 9. Today in this last occasion, in the fourth meeting, I will share about my summary that the topic short stories report. So let's get started guys. Here there are two short stories. The title of the first short story is Jack and the Beanstalk, and the second one is Hansel and Gretel. Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm sure this short story, Jack and the Beanstalk, is familiar for you all guys. So let's go to the next slide. Yeah, book details about author is Joseph Jacobs, that published in English fairy tales at 1890. The original language is English and the country is in United Kingdom. Yeah, this is my summary. Once upon a time there was a boy called Jack. Jack and his mother were very poor. One day, Jack's mother told him to sell their only cow. Jack went to the market, and all the way he met an old man who wanted to buy his cow. Jack sold the cow to an old man, and the old man gave Jack 5 magic beans. He went home with the beans and planted the beans in the garden, and his mother was very angry. The next day, when Jack woke up in the morning and looked out of the window, he saw that a huge beanstalk had grown from his magic beans. He climbed up the beanstalk and reached a kingdom in the sky. There lived a giant and his wife. Jack went inside the house and found the giant wife in the kitchen. Jack said, "Could you please give me something to eat? I'm so hungry." The kind wife gave him bread and some milk. While he was eating, the giant came home. The giant was very big and looked very fearsome. Jack was terrified and went and hid inside. The giant cried, "I smell the blood of an Englishman. Who, who, be he alive or be he dead, I will grind his bone to make my bread." "There's nobody in here," the wife said. So the giant ate his food and then went to his room. In the night, Jack crept out of his hiding place, took one sack of gold coins and climbed down the beanstalk. And at home, he gave the coins to his mother. His mother was very happy, and they lived well for some time. After some days, Jack once again climbed the beanstalk and went to the giant's castle. For the third time, Jack met the giant's wife and asked for some food. And once again, the giant's wife gave him bread and milk. But while Jack was eating, the giant came home. "I smell the blood of Englishman. Who, be he alive or be he dead, I will grind his bones to make my bread," cried the giant. "Don't be silly, there is no boy in here," said his wife. The giant had a magical harp that could play beautiful song. While the giant slept, Jack took the harp and was about to leave. Suddenly, the magic harp cried, "Help, master, a boy is stealing me." The giant woke up and saw Jack with the harp. Furious, he ran after Jack, but Jack was too fast for him. He ran down the beanstalk and reached home. The giant followed him down, and Jack quickly ran inside his house and fetched an axe. He began to chop the beanstalk, and the giant fell and died. After the giant gave a big bag full of gold coins, Jack and his mother happily ever after. Okay, next, the second short stories is Hansel and Gretel. This short stories is familiar in the world. I'm sure that you all know about this story, guys. Let's go to the next slide. There are book details. This book is written by Brothers Grimm that published in Grimm's Fairy Tales at 1812 with original language German and English. Gretel. Yeah, this is my summary. Hansel and Gretel are brother and sister who lived in a small, humble house with their father and stepmother. Their house was at the edge of the forest, far away from all others. Since they were very poor, the stepmother suggested to her husband that they should leave their kids somewhere deep inside the woods so they would survive. After they were left in the forest, Hansel and Gretel found their way back because Hansel threw stones while they were walking, so they just followed them back. The stepmother was persistent and suggested they leave the kids in the forest again. This time they couldn't find their way back. They were in the forest, hungry and scared. They decided to find a shelter and they came across a house made of cake and bread. They were so hungry that they just started chewing the house. An older woman came out of the house and called them to come inside. She made them delicious meals and put them to bed. The kids did not suspect she was the elf-filled witch and wanted to eat Hansel. The next morning, she locked them up in a barn and made Gretel cook meals for Hansel so he would get fatter and so she could eat him in the end. The witch checked his weight every day, but Hansel found a way too full for her. Instead of his finger, he would have the witch a little one to touch so that she would think he gained no weight. After a month of waiting, the witch got tired and decided to eat him, no matter what his weight was. She ordered Gretel to get inside the oven and check if the temperature is all right. The girl knew what her intentions were, so she pushed her inside the oven and she burned to death. Gretel freed Hansel, and before they went home, they gathered all of the gold and took it with them. They decided to go to home with their father, and he was thrilled about their arrival, and they lived happily ever after. The stepmother died while the kids were held captive. The next slide is Moral Valley. Jack and the Beanstalk. Taking advantage of the opportunities that life provides. And Hansel and Gretel, don't trust strangers even if they treat you well. Yeah, guys, okay, I think it's enough my explanation about short story Jack and the Beanstalk and Hansel and Gretel. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a great day and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.